Yes, people. I'll just close this. Yes, people. Good evening. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. What is good in the hood? First things first, we're gonna have a little bit of a Sunday roundup, a weekend roundup, if you like. Looking at a few things across Europe. Bayern Munich 8-0. Harry Kane scores from the halfway line. Something similar happened in League last week. Was it a Monaco player or was it someone Monaco was playing? 19-year-old midfielder. Bang the prop one, even better than Kane's if you ask me, from the halfway line. Guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. A name I'm not going to say has come out of nowhere, but it's coming up as like a priority for Arsenal. There's two of them. But again, these ain't January sort of options, because basically inflated prices and allegedly, do you know what I mean? Let these two fuckers play out the seasons with their respective clubs, and it'll be more likely that we can grab them in the summer. The names of the two players I'm talking about is Tchouaméni of Real Madrid and Marc Guéhi of Crystal Palace. Now, I know this guy's been getting England recognition. I know he's been decent at Palace, but it's another one of these fifth. Like, this could be Ben White again at 50, 60 million. Do you know what? He looks solid to me. Alf, have you seen Marc Guéhi play?
No, I don't really watch Crystal Palace.
Fair enough. The few times I've seen him, like, all right, I've seen him for England, I've seen him for Palace, I've seen him live. He's a good footballer. Is he what Arsenal need? Like, I know, again, is he 23 or 24? I think he's 23. Marc Guéhi, Crystal Palace, 23 years old. Good young player. Me and UE, shouts out to him, have been talking about young blood coming to the club. I was thinking even if it was central defender, a central defender coming in, I was more thinking of Osman Diomande, the Porto centre-back who's murking it in Portugal right now. He's 19. I'm sure is just about to get some international recognition. But guys, do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. I'm going to ask you, I'm going to start from the bottom to the head, starting from the bottom. And take it from there. Something Thierry Henry said that's very interesting. Big up Luca joining. Why can't Arsenal attract the best of France no more? And he was talking, again, young players. Allegedly, 6 months ago, we were linked with Emre. I can't remember his name, like Azir Emre, the 17-year-old that fucking smashed AC Milan last week in the Champions League for PSG. He's 17 years old. We also know they've got Kylian Mbappe's fucking twin, well, he's not twin, but younger brother who's coming through, who's just turned 16, and allegedly is fucking shit up for PSG right now, literally as we speak. But there has been others. There has been the Camavingas that, all right, Real Madrid, I suppose you went. The Tchouaméni, all right, cool, he went Real Madrid. But there has been other names coming out of France that Arsenal, if it was the times on the Pires, Vieira, Petit, God forbid, maybe a Gramondi here or there, a Lacazette. There was a time, I don't know, it's because Monsieur Wenger was French. Like, we had the kind of pick of the French market, whether they were young coming through. Nicolas Anelka is another name. I know this was kind of a little while ago, but why can't Arsenal seem to attract the best of France? Like, we've got a director of football, Edu, he's Brazilian. Why don't we get a shout on this Andre Trindade, or whatever we're linked with right now, the 22-year-old from Fluminense? Why are we not involved when it comes to Endrick? Why are we not involved when it comes to, I know there's one other Brazilian fucker I was looking at recently. Again, the list is endless. And for me, and kind of like what I think me and Yui was saying to like Lieka's probably on the group earlier, we start getting linked with them, the same olds, the guys that, for me, just keep us here. Fucking Neto, fucking Ivan Toney. Like, both of them, serious. Like, Neto's a decent player and he even works hard, but fuck off, Jesus works hard. So, here's from Danny AFC TV. Fuck Neto, fuck Ivan Toney, fuck all of them. Unless they're either proper household name. Listen, we need that little level just up here, or just give me the youngsters. And I've said there's fucking names galore. Antonio Musa, Osman Diomande. Fuck me, who else was I saying earlier? Gosh, there was quite a few. There's even a striker. I was talking about Eli Wahi. Another guy at PSG who's rotting at the moment is Hugo Nketiah. Another decent footballer. But why don't we get the option? Emre, do you know what I mean? We're linked with him. PSG just strapped him down on a nice contract. Why can't we nick these 16-year-olds? Like how we once nicked Barcelona's Cesc Fabregas when he was just before he turned 16. Are we just not that size again? Is the stature changed? Is our king about that big? Ding, ling, 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 ling. Guys, over to you. And a couple of questions I want to ask you. Luca, if you had the chance to sign Ivan Toney or Pedro Neto in January, who would you choose? Would you trade Ivan Toney and £35 million of Arsenal's cash for... Sorry. Would you trade, let me start again, £35 million of Arsenal's cash and Eddie Nketiah, equaling the stature and the size of Brentford's fucking betting fucking addict Ivan Toney? This is to everyone else as well. Where's Craig? I'd love Craig to jump in a couple of days. Why can't Arsenal get the best of France no more? Emre, Mbappe's, both of them. The Camavingas, the Tucumenis, the Osman Diamondes, if you like. There's a bunch of them gone to France. We're going to talk about Jamal Musiala tonight, another English kid who's fucked off to Germany, and I'm hearing, and it ain't HP, it ain't fucking ketchup, and it ain't mayo either, that the time is getting nigh. The time is close, isn't it? That Jamal does want to test himself in the place of his birth. And I actually don't know if that's true. He may have been born in Germany, but he is English. I'm pretty sure he was born in England. Jamal Musiala, people. I'm hearing prices of £100 million. It isn't directly involving Arsenal Football Club. It's more Liverpool being mentioned. Is this another Jude Bellingham that will get away? Now, he's been getting a lot of attention in Germany over the last couple of seasons. I was pretty surprised. I thought he was 21, 22. I was pretty surprised when I checked over this little fucker today, Jamal Musiala. He's only 20 years old. Guys, 7 minutes in. Please begin the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Let's jump into some comments. Then we're going to get into some news of today. And then we'll just take it all very randomly. Right, let's start about, I don't know. Here, let's start from the top, bollocks. Right. Phil, let's get the old Gregory's out. Phil's in a bad mood. He's soaking over football today. Well, old Everton went to the old Hammers. Hi, Danny. Hi, everyone. How are we all doing? Shouts out to you, Joel, Barbara. Was it Evelyn? I'm getting good at the old memory game. You know that. I'm telling you if I got that right. Shouts out to you, Heather. Shouts out to Phil, to Joe. All good fans. Have a lovely day. Went out for a long walk in the forest. Had a lovely Sunday dinner, which the lovely wife prepared. Wonderful. How are you, Danny? Yeah, not bad. Do you know what I mean? Still suffering that nightmare that happened to my bank. Do you know what I mean? That's really, really, really like dragged the bottom balls off me. Like it sort of twisted again. And then just when they're beginning to make me yelp and beginning to sweat slightly down the trickle of my cheek here, I've got my balls squeezed again. But you know what? There will be redemption. There will be. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to just remain calm on it, bite my lip for a hot second, and then fucking that one there. Yo. Luca, what's going on? Shout out to you, my RB sick drip bros. Yes, of course. We love a pink settings on Danny AFC TV. 11 of us here. We need Gay. Interesting. So that's one for Mark Gay already. Who's pissed you off? Saliba, Gabriel? Is it just because we do need 4 brilliant centre backs? We know Timber will be back quite soon. Whispers in my ear was alleged maybe January. Because of that whisper, I'm going to say late February, all right? Just very deliberately. I'm going to give it another 7 to 8 weeks. Late February, absolute earliest, we'll see Timber, okay? That's coming from Danny AFC TV. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. And shout out to WB on that one. Gay would be a good backup. See, brother, at 50, 60 million pounds, like, are we that big again? Are we that football club? 50, 60 million pound is just a backup? I don't ever think even on the Wenger there was a time when a 50 million or 60 million pound the player was just a backup. 50, 60 mils, top shelf, no? Still, especially at Arsenal's level. And I'm not saying Arsenal's level is not nothing small or not prestigious or anything as dumb as that. What I'm saying is when you're spending 65 million, Keir Havertz money, Keir Havertz money, for me, you've got to be a starter. Or alternatively, you use that 65 million that you wasted on Keir Havertz, You buy a couple of young kids and you blood them in. There's Antonio Nusa. There's Osman Diamonde. Then again, I get it. He's got about a 60 million euro release clause. That's going to be expensive. Jamal Musiala and every one of the English kids that fucked off to Germany, just like Jude Bellingham. Let's look what Jude Bellingham's doing right now at Real Madrid for £84 million. We spent 65 million on Havertz. £19 million more. And we could have been in the race for Jude Bellingham. Do you not see the levels up like this? There's levels, boundaries, and steps to be sort of up and down. Do you know what I mean? As easy as I could fling you down a fucking flight of steps and then kick your ass all the way back up them. Arsenal have got to learn how to run up and down these steps again and do it efficiently. Guys, do be liking, do be subscribing. 11 minutes in to the live. I've told Phil to join. He's refusing. He says he'll take the mic. Oh, Philip, where's your fucking bubbles? Oh, Felipe, where's your fucking bubbles? And if you have no fairy liquid, your bubbles run dry. Then West Ham will be getting slapped up by fucking Everton in disguise. Everton at home, you know. That there's pretty tragic. I like it. Good cover. England International, young ex-Chelsea. He's one of them guys, ex-Chelsea, like Brighton right back. I've forgotten his name. I know we kind of both like the prick. What's his name? Lamptey. But again, he's the next one. He's as injury prone as fucking another right back. I think we'd all pretty much agree we like out here is Reece James. Gui or Diamonde, Tony and Neto. Whoa. Gui or Diamonde. I thought you said a couple of weeks ago, and I said I very much wanted Diamonde. I'm sure you said he was bullshit fucking Luca. Maybe you didn't. Maybe it wasn't you. So, you know, I'm a bit of a bastard for memory, innit? Especially when something triggers my brain. But yeah, as I say, Ben White, I do not trust at centre-back no more. Jacob, Sheffield United ain't really going to test him. And yeah, if you're looking to be a Champions League club and maintain top four, as in every season, you are going to clearly have to have top shelf backup as well. So, yeah, Mark Gay, Osman Diamonde. All right, Ivor Eva is fantastic for me. I'm not going to lie. It's prime fucking time. Damn right, Jean Arby. He is class. PSG lad, good as well. Emre is wonderful. Look at Jeremy Lemena. Or Lemena, is it? How should I say his name? Rest in peace, Matthew Perry. Who is, I don't like that.
From Friends.
Which one?
The guy from Friends.
Which one? The funny guy.
Yeah.
Seriously, Joey?
Not Joey, the other one.
You
the
fucking
spiky
cunt.
hair one. The short white guy. The spiky hair.
Joey's Frey. They lived together for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Chandler.
No.
What do you mean no, you big cunt?
Not the
Do you know what?
tall
Fuck
one.
off.
Not the tall one.
And then Chandler isn't the tall one. That's fucking the geezer that's been to best Turkish kebab. Shh. And his picture is on wall to prove it. Big up Eddie. We need to go for a striker. That's a brilliant comment. Daniel here. I hope you're still in the building. I've just seen that. I like that. Big up Eddie and Ketty. We need a striker in January. Brilliant. Excellent. That's exactly the way I see it as well. Shouts out to you, Jean Arby. I take it this was today. I've heard it. Then again, Brabs, I only know when sports news stories are breaking. I'll be honest with you. So I prefer, you know, Jesus over Tony for me. I want us to buy harder. I think that's meant to be than Jesus. Yeah, I want us to go in harder, bros. If that means waiting for a certain Victor Osimhen, I don't know. I've just watched a brilliant game in Serie A. AC Milan away at Napoli 2-2. Excellent game. Fucking brilliant. Shouts out to Jean Arby and all my videos again. Still murking, kind of still doing bits on TikTok, even though they've tried to lock me down. Seen it on news this morning, so sad. Fair enough. I don't see the news. Joe, what's going on, my brother? Sad news. It certainly is, bruvs.
This guy.
Chandler, I believe. Used to watch Friends, gave me a good laugh. Thoughts and prayers go out to Matthew and his friends and family. Most definitely. It sure is lyrical far too young. Most definitely. Tony, what's that? Yes. So hold on. I need to get this right, guys. I need to get this right. Sorry, Luca. Bigging up Joe. I need to get this right. Luca, this is very important to me. Would you swap Eddie Nketiah and 35 million for Ivan Toney? Would you sign Ivan Toney around the 70 million mark? Or, if available, would you sign Dusan Vlahovic at around the 70 million mark? Would you sign Ivan Toney or a Neto? Obviously, there isn't money to go around. There's no point saying I'd have Ivan Toney, Neto, and fucking Dusan. Obviously, we wouldn't need all three. Let's just say you could choose one of them three players, anything in between 55 and 70 million pounds. Neto, Toney, or Dusan. What is the... Who's the guy that works with our fucking current 1 to 11 better? Who would we get the most out of? A 24-year-old Neto, a 28-year-old Ivan Toney, or I believe a 24-year-old Dusan Vlahovic of Juventus. Yes, yes. Jamal Musiala will go City or Liverpool. I would say there'll be two massive big contenders for them. Obviously, Liverpool did make a massive fuck up. I believe they had the inside scoop on Jude Bellingham, and I believe when Liverpool went cold on it, Real Madrid stepped in and stole as the very best thing since Hovis sliced bread was invented. I'd say he's easily going to be a £100 million player. Yeah, I'll go with that. Interesting, bros. Financially, we're not well. All right, Luco. Would you sacrifice? Let me work this out, money terms. Party 30 million. Emil Smith Rowe about 40. All right. Would you sacrifice Ramsdale, Emil Smith Rowe, Thomas Partey to get the three that you're looking for there? A Gui, a Toney, and a winger. A Gay, sorry, I think his name is. Let's just say the way his name is said. I'm going to start trying to call him Gay. Right, Toney, 70 million worth. Let's say Gay cost you 50. That's 120. And then a winger. Let's just say 70 million, like a Rafinha. Where was I at 120? That's 170. That's 190. To finance that, so Arsenal only spend about 40-50 million pounds in cash money sterling. Would you sacrifice Ramsdale, Emil Smith Rowe, Partey? Emil Smith Rowe and Partey, I don't believe, have a future at the club. Ramsdale's a massive risk considering we've got league football. And if Rare fucks up, we're then fucked. If Rare got injured, we're then fucked. And of course, in that 150 million pounds that we receive, I'm going to allow us to buy a little 10-20 million pound backup down to goalkeeper. So, Luca, I'll ask you that again in absolute sesame capital letters. Ramsdale, Partey, Emil Smith Rowe gone. Diamonde, Ivan Toney, Rafinha. Let's just say for argument's sake, Rafinha in. WB, over to you first. Would you do something like that? Would you sacrifice Ramsdale, Emil Smith Rowe? Would you sacrifice Emil Smith Rowe, Thomas Partey, and Ramsdale? And I'll give you a backup goalkeeper, only like a Matt Turner. Just a blowjob for 10 mil, backup goalkeeper. But you'll get Osman Diamonde or Mark Gay of Crystal Palace, the centre back. We're linked to both of them. Okay. You'll get Ivan Toney, the striker that a lot of people say we need. And you'll get a winger from Barcelona called Rafinha. I believe two of them haven't got a feature at the club. Before you, let me help you. Emil Smith Rowe, Thomas Partey haven't really got a feature at the club. Ramsdale will be a massive risk.
Fucking off.
No, he's not. He's not. We're going to make that permanent in January, so he's not fucking off nowhere. I can remix that for you.
I still wouldn't Ramsdale over Rail, but sure.
I'm asking, would you take the deal?
No.
There's a sacrifice here.
No.
So you're going to keep Ramsdale, Emil Smith Rowe, and Thomas Partey for the rest of the season, run their contracts down and never a bit lower, and not take on the Rafinha, the Ivan Toney, and the Osman Diamonde, who's a brilliant centre-back, 19 years old at Sporting Lisbon.
So why not Fiera instead of Ramsdale?
Good option, but I want to tickle the people's balls. I have to make a real sacrifice. And Ramsdale, for me, is a real sacrifice.
I would have put Fiera instead of Ramsdale.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Right. Arsenal should go for Toney, winger and a defender. Diamonde or Gay. Totally disagree. I'm still disappointed about the outcome of the boxing last night. Wrong decision, in my opinion. Absolutely was. Tragic, fucking nasty. Sorry for my lateness. I was listening to Formula One. First, Lewis second. Vaspen. Feels so good. Bad move for the football. Big up Everton. I'm here, you dirty sod. I've heard every word. We've got a European hangover. Yeah, I know. Too much drinking, like you said about WB last night. You see what them West Ham? You see what Price has been out doing? Benrahma. It's bang out of order. You ain't offend them. Liekers offend them up here. So Liekers, Huey, I'm going to ask that question to you. Do you sacrifice Ramsdale, Emil Smith Rowe, Thomas Partey, and I give you in exchange Osman Diamonde or Mark Gay, the Crystal Palace centre back, or he's not Sporting Lisbon, is he? He's FC Porto centre back. Rafinha from Barcelona and Ivan Toney, much wanted and loved by Lee Akers. Shouts out to all of us. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Would you make the Ramsdale sacrifice? I don't think Thomas Partey and Emil Smith Rowe is a sacrifice. Emil Smith Rowe is a fat cunt. Thomas Partey is never going to pretty much play for us again. But if you let Ramsdale go and it's only Raya between the sticks and there's no competition for him, I think Raya actually just decreases as a footballer at the Arsenal Football Club. And that worries me. Raya with Ramsdale on his toes right now has to be more alert, more diligent. And I don't think he's been fucking that bang on since he took over from Ramsdale. Let's debate, guys. Let's debate. Yep. Lee Akers, what are you saying, my brother? Nice to see WB is out of the toilet. He certainly is, bros. I for one couldn't care less. Whoa, he didn't know me and I didn't know him.
What?
I said, I for one couldn't care less. I'm just reading the comment, okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. Thank you. Shouts out to you, Akers. Phil, I'll be honest with you. Never knew how good Tilda Rice was. Exactly. Danny fucking told you, though. Danny told you. Sanction that 105 mil and get it out there fucking quickly. You get it out, you whip that round at West Ham. You whip it around there now. By fucking cab, by police fucking survey, you fucking whip that 100 mil around there right now. And you bring me back the fucking build up. Meant nothing to my life. I'm not gonna I don't want to go back. Like, God bless and everything. I'm just saying it's not going to move me either. For, Lee Akers, I'm going to admit to you, and it life's a bitch, and what can you say? Akers, my bro, Declan Rice is a leader of men. He teaches you how to glide through midfields, and then get a bit rough and sticky when it's time to get rough and sticky. Yes, I like Tilda, innit? Big up you, E. Bigging up everyone in the chat. I was so surprised how Everton dealt with us today at Upton Park. They absolutely kicked the shit out of us, run roses around us, and I'm surprised Dominic Calvert-Lewin never got 7 goals individually. I'm surprised you're saying that, Phil. All right, let me just read what you really said. I'm also surprised at how well he is playing. He never did some of these things for us. Well, he's at a better team, got better people around him. I don't want to be rude. He's now doing, but what happens when you play with better players? Well, there you go. We've answered your question just all by yourself there, bruvs. Saka's alongside him, Eldegaard's alongside him, Martinelli's alongside him, the hard-working Jesus is alongside him. He's got the King Saliba behind him. He's pretty figured, bruvs. He's got it all fucking sorted. It's not the old glasses off. Fair play, Philippe. Fair play, Philippe. See, at West Ham, he would have been obviously dealing with his defensive duties, I'd say 70-80% of the time, and he wouldn't have really had opportunities to get forward. And, get to work into that midfield as he can. He's more than just a fucking stopper and a spoiler in midfield. I'm not going to say he's the assist king. I'm not going to say he's going to weigh in at 5-10 goals a season, but I always knew he was better than what slightly he was showing us at West Ham. But there's levels out here. And I'm going to be honest, there's nothing that he's done so far that has impressed me so much, because I still know the best is still to come from Declan Rice. This is going to be games when we eventually are 1 or 2-0 up against the West Ham, Chelsea and Man United. And then we learn how to manage it, just because Declan Rice stays behind the ball and lets the forward players do what they've got to do. Listen, Danny, mate, if you want some, I'll give it to you. You listen here, boy. I don't like the tone of your fucking voice, Phil. Listen, Danny, so what if Dominic Calvert-Lewin is better than Antonio? So what if... They ain't got a Wobie no more. Michael Caine's a better defender than fucking Zuma. I'll give you some, Phil. I fucking bet you're a woman. I'll welcome that. All right, guys, where are we at? 25 minutes in. Do be liking, do be subscribing. Mark Gay. has been linked with Arsenal and Manchester City. Allegedly, the beef is on. The war will be on for the Crystal Palace centre-back come this summer. Man U, Man City, Liverpool, all are running their eyes alongside, are all taking a close look at Mark Gazey, Crystal Palace centre-back. Tchouameni does seem to be an Arsenal target for the summer. Gabriel Jesus, I can almost definitely confirm, is a target for Real Madrid come this summer. Toni Kroos's agent. Yes, Toni Kroos, Bayern Munich legend, doing bits still at 33 years old at Real Madrid, has spoken to Arsenal and Man United, allegedly over January moves to the Premier League. Toni Kroos is not done in his career. And he still has always said, allegedly, that he wants to tick the Premier League and he wants to play in the Premier League before he retires. And he reckons he's got anything between 3 and 6 years left at top flight football. Toni Kroos, anyone? I don't know how true this is. I'm going to chase this story up like a motherfucker. But allegedly, Arsenal and Man United have been approached regarding Real Madrid midfielder Toni Kroos. Guys, anyone, talk to me. Juventus and Arsenal are talking regarding the departure of Thomas Partey. Real Madrid are ready to bid for Gabriel Jesus in January, but as I've said, it would likely be pissed off to the summer. Marquinhos has played 88 minutes while on loan in France for Nantes. Arsenal are considering recalling the Brazilian, who's 20 years old. I think we got a bit of a dud there in Marquinhos. What do you think, guys? Andre Trindade, Fluminense midfielder, 22 years old, allegedly turned down moves to the Premier League twice already in 2 previous windows gone by, has said publicly in Brazil the time has now come where he feels he's good enough and ready for the Premier League. This is Andre Trindade. He is a Fluminense midfielder. He's 22 years old. He's been linked with Arsenal and Liverpool. The price tag is anything between 35 and 40 million pounds. Now, injury. No news so far, but Arsenal's interest still remains. Ivan Toney, 65 million. Sell agreed. When I say sell agreed, allegedly he has spoken to the owners and Thomas Frank and the good people at Brentford, and basically they've sat around the table, had a cup of tea, had a digestive, and they've decided 65 million is about the price that they want for him. Dino Klapaccia. He's born in America. He moved to Croatia. He plays for, let me fuck this club up, NK Klustov, fuck yourself, in Croatia. Right, let me tell you, he's just turned 16. He's a striker. He's doing bits. Arsenal, Monaco, Borussia Dortmund, AC Milan, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Fiorentina. Listen, I could do this all day long. Have all been watching the stunning 16-year-old. His name is Dino Klapaccia. He plays for NK Klustov or something in Croatia. He's 16. Arsenal preparing a £5 million January move. This is the same club, by the way, that just sold Barcelona. Is it Mikhail Fay? He's a centre-back. He's 19 years old, and he has broken into Barcelona's first team. I have seen this. Arsenal have told Juventus it will take 30 million to get Thomas Partey to Italy. Toni Kroos, once again, agent has spoken to Arsenal and Man U about a prospective move to the Premier League. Emile Smith-Rowe, Thomas Partey, Ramsdale. Guys, would you risk these players if it meant, I don't know, a Mark Gay coming in, a proper winger, perhaps a Rafinha, an Ivan Toney up front, a Neto up front? I don't know. Whatever rocks your boat, we'll get into that. Basically, if it could earn us anything between 135, 150 million for Ramsdale, Partey, Emile Smith-Rowe. Guys, do you take the risk? Fuck all of them off in January and bring in 3 new soldiers. I say we need a striker. We need a winger. We do need a centre-back. I don't really trust Ben White as a centre-back. Timber's still injured, so a centre-back is still needed. Tommy's still occupying places either left or right back. Ben White can stay right back. Timber, when he comes back, he's probably going to slot in at left back. That's my feeling. We've obviously got Zinchenko. Where was I? Marseille and Lyon counselled. The Lyon head coach got his head fucking more than slightly gashed, but I don't want to comment into it too much. Spurs, no interest in Ivan Toney. Or could this be a bit of a trick? Not at £70 million. Luis Diaz's parents has been kidnapped. Allegedly, I think there has been some sort of ransom put up. And I do believe, as far as we're hearing from sort of little clips on things like Sky or TNT, whatever it is, there will be a ransom kind of paid by Luis release release of his parents. West Ham want Locatelli, Sancho, and Maguire in January. That will boost Phil's fucking adrenaline. I'm telling you. Newcastle want a loan move for Calvin Phillips. That could be probably because Tonali is a bit like Ivan Toney, a fucking betting against your fucking club specialist. Shouts out to Tonali. Shouts out to Ivan Toney, if you like that type of guy. Mike Ashley wants to buy Reading. Reading, you're banging fucking trouble. Amandu Anana is being linked with Newcastle. Again, I would say this could be as a replacement for Tonali, who's out for 10 months. £35 million. I'm sure you'll all remember that name. He is the Everton midfielder that done quite a lot, actually, to keep Everton as a Premier League team last season. Right, guys, on to a couple other things. Jamal Musiala. Danny AFC TV is telling you today that the time has come, that he does want to come to the Premier League and test himself. He is English. He wants to work his way into this English team, to the England team. He's German. He plays for Germany. What a cunt. But he was born in England. How did the cunt end up playing for Germany? How did that actually run?
His great granddad.
Knocked his great grandmother, then her mother. It got really fucking nasty. Jamal Musiala. I want a summer Premier League move. Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, all watching developments. £100 million and above. West Ham.
I can't.
They are pretty much. So are Newcastle and Seville. That was actually our next three fixtures before WB come along and fucked with me. But we've got West Ham in the Caravan Cup. Shouts out to Phil Mitchell on that one. Newcastle come next in the league, away from home, and then it is home to Seville. Champions League. Right, guys, a couple of questions again. Tony or Neto? Who would you take, Akers? Neto or Tony? How good is Musiala, Bubs? This is the Bayern Munich attacking mid from... where? Germany. Would you sell Ramsdale, Emil Smith Rowe and Partey for the tune of £150 million to go and spend £200 million on, I don't know, Rafinha, Tony, and Mark Gay, Crystal Palace centre-back? Would that be a massive upgrade on them three players? Would Ramsdale, Emil Smith Rowe and Partey go and hurt Arsenal that much? Especially if they're replaced by Mark Gay, Rafinha, and Ivan Toney. I think that would turn Lee Akers on. I'm sure he likes Mark Gay. I'm sure I've heard him say that before. I know he's in love with fucking Ivan Toney. What do you think of Rafinha, Lee? Would you swap them three for that free? And as Thierry Henry has commented, why can't Arsenal buy the best of the young French anymore? And he is talking about Emre, the 17-year-old who took the piss out of AC Milan in a 3-0 victory in the Champions League just last, I don't know, Tuesday or Wednesday, I take it. Shouts out to Thierry Henry. Bigging up all the real ones in the chat. Shouts out to you all. Let's get into the comments again. WB, have word of your pal. WB, have word of your pal. That's from Phil. Me. No problem giving some. Have you, Linda? I do that deal, Danny, my boy. There you go. There's one for the deal. WB said no, so there's 1 for and 1 against. I take the deal as well, so that's 2 for, 1 against. Marquinhos with Pony. Yep, 3 million piece of shite, but probably worth a risk at £3 million. I'm not beefing about it. I'm sure we can get £3 million out of Watford, Millwall, Torquay, respectively. No problem. Given a wallet. Hey, okay. Mark Gay to Arsenal sounds like your sort of player. If you like. I wouldn't be broken-hearted if Osman Diamonde come in his place. 3.5 years younger than him. 19 years old. Fresh, I say. Diaz don't know name from Colombia. Parents got kidnapped. Yes. Time for them bars, Danny. Oh, yeah, I'm almost banned for them on TikTok, innit? Green lanes. Certainly, Lee. I love it. I've got a hard one here in that chat. I've got a hard one here in that transfer news. Maguire, Sancho, and Manuel Locatelli. I'm sure that would give you a piece of a stiffy. If I was a West Ham fan, I'd give me a stiffy. I'd think, right, Ward-Prowse can be a little bit more attack-minded. Locatelli can come in to close the doors, to close them back doors, just like Decker's done. Jadon Sancho. Was he a Londoner? I think he's from Manchester, isn't it? Listen, he's English. He's a bit of a tosser, but there's still a good football in him. Like, he looked good playing for England when he was playing in Germany. So that was a bit of a tester. That's what made when I started thinking, you know what, maybe he's just hot in Germany. He could playing at an international level as well. There's a player in Jadon Sancho. Big Harry Maguire, got Maguire. I don't think he's necessarily better than your Ogabanas or whatever you call them, your Zoomers and whatever. But he probably needs to get away from the pressures of Man United and just being at such a huge fucking club, innit? It's too much for him. So, again, probably a good move. Tony all day long, Rafinha, I don't think much of. Bruv, he's brilliant. Do you know what it is with him? He makes the wrong decisions. He always gets the ball, innit? It's almost like the ball. I've watched Barcelona quite a bit this season. The ball is fucking glued to his foot. He's always got it, and he's always been ready to receive the ball. He's not shy, even if he's just missed a sitter. He's always ready to receive the ball over and over again. Go watch Barcelona for 1 or 2 games and watch what I'm talking about, yeah? The ball is always... Yes, he makes wrong decisions. But you know what, brothers? He creates a fuck of a lot of chances as well that will come. I've never thought of him as an ideal winger, but again, 3 class wingers going into 2 positions, bruv. It's something that we badly need. And I'm sorry to say it's better than Trossard. And yes, it's better levels than Trossard and Nelson. But put together, to be honest with you. Guys, give me like and give me subscribe and let me treat myself a wee beverage. Okay, what I mean here? That's interesting. Why is there 3 random yellow lights?
Touching, isn't you?
Hey! You came on in there, hey! Who is it? Is it a friend of mine? Right, where we at? 37 minutes down. Let's get into the comments. Overrated. Leeds fans adore him. I think Barcelona are pretty cool with him as well, to be honest with you. I've never heard him getting booed. I've heard Frankie de Jong be booed. I've heard Alexis Sanchez be booed out of the Nou Camp. They're quite bastards out there, you know, bro. Seriously. Like, they're cunts. So he ain't that bad, bros. Consistent-wise. Like, Osman Dembele's and everyone that got terrorised out there. That could have been possibly the colour of, you know, but I don't know. I don't know, bros. Bros, players get a hard time out there as soon as they don't fucking do well. I don't know. Mbappe's little brother is going to make his debut, I heard today. WB, can you look into that? Did he? LA Galaxy. PSG.
Okay.
He's 16. Fuck! I heard he was fucking right close to his debut. I heard this a couple of days ago. Basically, he was going to start as well. And then they've got this kid, Emre. Emre gives me... That name just gives me fucking panic vibes anyway. But fuck's sakes. Emre, this little 17-year-old, he fucking took the... I was watching the TV thinking, who's this cunt? And then I remembered, yeah, we were linked from about 7-8 months ago. Was in the bed for PSG today, basically. I'm not even sure PSG played today. She talking alone.
3-2 against. What's his name?
Mbappe's
cousin, brother. What's his
Mbappe.
name?
Winston! I don't fucking know.
Emery and Mbappe scored.
Cool. Can we go just to the team lineup and see if there's another Mbappe on the bench, like? If possible. Was there an next Mbappe, Steve?
Yeah, Mbappe.
Right, cool. Did he come on?
No.
He didn't come on. Right, younger brother of Mbappe was on the bench today, though. And what was PSG scored? Mbappe scored 3-2. Who scored? Mbappe and who? Emery. The Emery kid that I've just been talking about scored today. He's on fucking believable. Then you got a 16-year-old at Barcelona, Lamina. Fuck off. Where are Arsenal to play for these kids? Endrick.
Mbappe scored in the last minute. 3-2. It was 2-2.
I like that.
Minute.
I actually like that. I'm going to give her a props. I want to give her Linda a round of applause. That was very good. That was very good. He still didn't play. Hence why probably Danny never announced it them a couple of days ago, and I got told he was going to play as well. That's why I never announced it, because I don't trust people. I've got trust issues, so I didn't announce it. But it's getting ever so close, and I reckon give it The next time they're freeing up, what's the next fixture? I don't worry. The next fixture, I mean, the next time they're fucking up a few, don't worry. You'll see him out there reporting for Danny, outside reporting for Danny. I love it. Thank you, very well done. What's a little stiffy? Huh. Who's Steffi? Oh, he's Steffi. Depends if you're Scottish. I don't know. Most of us regard it as a hard one. Oh, at least me. Oh, he's Steffi. Well, he doesn't have to be at the start of it. A little stiffy. I love it. Girl with us. Yeah, all right. So, what's that? A scary movie, or is that a fucking host on some tick?
What?
Nothing. It's all right having a talent, which Santo has, but his attitude stinks. Last thing we need is characters like that at the club. We're talking for West Ham. What are you talking about, son? We're talking West Ham. That side of London. Fucking over there, boy. Just ignore them, Joe. Yeah, that's it. Talent alone isn't enough. It certainly helps, though. Look at Phil Walcott when he was 16. I don't think he had talent. He just fucking... You know that cartoon? Beep, beep, what was this called? Beep, beep, and he was off like a fucking geezer running down the road. Obviously nicking some other like Donald Duck's fucking ducks or something. Do you know what I mean? Go by, beep, beep, that's all he had was that fucking speed. He was a fucking...
Tasmanian devil?
Nah, I think you're close. Like the Taz could do that sort of fast shit, but I'm talking there was a little like Warner Brother fucking beep, beep, and you fucking always used to just zet out any time of trouble.
I know his name.
Beep, beep, and you'll be off. That was that was Phil Walcott's speciality, brothers. He didn't have fucking talent, so that's the other way around. If you like the Acres, he had speed, and you had to nurture that into something else, like a goal scorer or a really good winger. Until about 27 years old, he actually never knew if he was a winger or a striker. Said he wanted to be a striker, then a winger, then agreed, fuck it, actually, I'm a winger. I would have took him back as well, Lee. I don't give a fuck if he was 37. I would have still took him back. His attitude is better than most people still at the club. Who would you rather bring off the bench? Trossard.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Beep, beep. Speedy Gonzalez, that's it. Beep, beep. That's what Walcott was. Beep, beep. Speedy Gonzalez.
Or was it Roadrunner?
It might have been Roadrunner, you can.
Was it the big duck looking thing?
It was a duck looking thing, hence why I think I said Donald Duck. I think that's it.
Roadrunner.
That's Roadrunner. Can't see the other can. Speedy Gonzalez.
Wait. Was it this kind of advert, sort of? This.
That's the can.
Yeah, it says Roadrunner.
Roadrunner. Oh, why is everyone getting on to me? It's 10 o'clock, like. You're about... give me 20. Oh, shit. Let me just deal with the phone. Okay. Excellent news. Shouts out to Acres. Right, let me just not fucking fuss up for a minute. Not sure when his debut will be. As a new fat guy, not yet. UE. Right, Rafinha is Premier League proven, Acres, and Champions League experience, bro, and has won a Liga. And 26 years old. 2 years younger than 2 years older than Neto. 2 years younger than Tony. No, he's not Premier League proven. He's only did it at Leeds. Tony only done it at fucking Brentford. Where do we go from here, Lee Acres? Where do we go from here, Lee?
Was it Aston Villa before?
Where do we go from here, Lee Acres? Because fuckface has only done it at Brentford. So what do you mean he only done it at Leeds? I think he knows I was going to start on him there, didn't he? Isn't that the Tony logic? Oh shit, yeah. He's just took the words right out of my fucking... I love you, Lee. Guys and girls, off to make a hot chocolate and bed. Long day tomorrow at night. All come on, you guys. Lovely, lovely and lovely. L is a news reporter in Scream. I fucking knew it. That's why I said Scream, or he sounded a little bit maybe over here. See what I mean? I like Scream, so don't be taking a piss out of Scream. That fucking what's his name? That fucking Phil. Just got filled off that funny. Brilliant. What do you think of Arsenal's women's team having over players? Not acceptable in my opinion. Oh shit! It's fucking downright out of order, son. I don't follow women's football, bruv, so I can't really tell you the statistics and the logistics of this. If Russo was black, are you saying she wouldn't have been signed by Arsenal? Because then that would be a problem. Obviously, Russo being the free transfer Arsenal got in the summer from Man United. Bruvs, I'm not qualified to answer. I don't know. Gun Island, you're not getting it down. I know, I've just got it though, Lee. The panic, it trickled just like this. Just it went down like that. I just got it. Good night, Pet. You guys crap me up. I want Isaac from you, so I kind of went up for a renewal. Forget Tony. He's at the optimum age. He's at that optimum age of about what, 23, 24? Is old Isaac? What makes you think he's at that contract stage? Hold on, let me think. When did they get him? Last January, the January before we was linked to him. So he must have only got him a summer ago. What are you talking about? He's been here a year and a fucking... What? He can't be up for contract yet. I get it, and another year from now, it would be getting a bit etchy and tetchy if you fucking haven't fucking at least had a word with a motherfucker. If he signed a 4-year deal or a 3.5-year contract, I get where you're coming from. He must have got a 5-year deal, bro. 4.5 at least. Fucking minimum. WB pacing up the other road yesterday. Why is that? What's that? What, did he have a rocket up him? What are you talking about? Man was pacing up and down the road like a right. No.
What?
Don't you come innocent here, boy. Don't you fucking come innocent here, boy.
Sure.
Tell Daddy what you done.
Me and leave from the fucking pub to the stadium, okay?
Were you doing half a jug?
Maybe.
Was you nervous? Did you have a nervous energy? Did you think Sheffield United was about to give us a pounding? He was also pacing up and down the stream last night, spewing up. Yeah, he was actually spewing up and fucking... Oh, mate, some of the noises I could hear Liegers last night with that fucking boy. While I was live, 10 p.m. last night, mate. He just walked out the room and was like, oh, God, close the door, close the door. I thought, oh, shit. And I just heard, no! And the noise that I heard when it licked the door, it was almost like I bet it just splashed like everywhere, like sick up on the wall. Bro, the noise that I heard, it was like throwing a brick into a pond. Boing. Boing. I was like, whoa! I closed the door as fast as I could, Leah, because I got off that fucking chair. Swinging punches everywhere.
What?
Are you taking a piss?
He really is.
He's so fluky in the pool table. I know, bro, seriously. He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that last shot.
I've done this fucker 5s and 6 nils. I always told him he was lucky to get fucking nil. Do you know what I mean? You're lucky you got that fucking nil there, you know? I'm fucking telling you, WB, don't you try my patience. You're lucky you got nil. Oh, what are you watching, son?
I have no idea.
I was like, I can tell it looks like wrestling. I don't like wrestling.
I was watching football a minute ago, so where is on? Control here.
Fair enough, guys. Do be liking, do be subscribing. 49 minutes now. It is. Oh, shit. I just remembered a couple of bits I've got to do for fuck's sake. Oh, yeah. Do be liking, do be subscribing to the greatest, to the realist. What's this here? It's not live anyway. Bollocks to it, very well. Greatness, his t-shirt says, yeah.
Roman Reigns.
The reigns of Roman. CFC. But guys, I do think on that note, it probably is time to be off because let me try and give myself a little 5-minute head start. A brief roundup. Arsenal win 5-0 as we know this weekend. Eddie Nketiah hat-trick. Literally. The third goal was something quite beautiful, I have to admit. Mark Gay, could he be the answer to Arsenal's prayers if we seek defensive cover for the King, great Saliba, and his Brazilian friend Gabriel? Would he make the third man? Would he make the defence ever so tight at £50 million? The time is coming now where Crystal Palace are going to get moved to. Tchouaméni does appear to be a summer target for Arsenal. In exchange, Jesus definitely appears to be a summer target for Real Madrid. Toni Kroos's agent has been talking to Arsenal and Man United representatives and alerted them to the availability of the £310 a week midfielder. Bayern Munich, great. And done bits at Real Madrid as well. Let's be honest with you, the 2-3 seasons he has been there. Juventus and Arsenal have been talking money and terms over the sale of Thomas Partey. Marquinhos could be heading back to Arsenal this January. He's only played 88 minutes on loan in France for Nantes. Andre Trinidadi wants to move to the Premier League. He has turned down 2 moves allegedly to the Premier League already. He says now he has matured and it's now time for him to make that move to the Premier League. Neto, injury, no news as such, but Arsenal still allegedly hold a massive interest in the Wolverhampton Wanderers winger. Ivan Toney has a £65 million sale agreement with club. That basically means what it says on the tin. There's none of this sort of holding out for 80, 90 and 100 million for Ivan Toney. Allegedly, it's going to be pretty much common knowledge that Brentford are going to ask for a certain amount of money. When that money is met, anyone in world football is free to have him. Allegedly, £65 million is that price. Dino Klapija, £5 million, Bay American, Brit Croatian, plays in Croatia now. He's 16. Allegedly, has already got a £5 million price tag on his head. This is the same club, NK Klufajca or something, in Croatia, that recently done business with Barcelona and sold him that decent little centre-back who's 19, Faye. Emil Smith-Rowe, Thomas Partey, Ramsdale. Would you sacrifice them 3 names for names such as Rafinha, Elsaman, and Mark Gay of Crystal Palace? Putting another maybe probably, I don't know, 70, 80 million on top. Maybe trying to get as much as 150 for the Ramsdale, Emil Smith-Rowe Partey. 2 of them, I think, are pretty much done at the club. 1, it would be a huge risk to let him go. Clearly, for me, that's Aaron Ramsdale. Spurs, no bids so far for Ivan Toney, but definitely not at £70 million. Luis Diaz's parents have been kidnapped, I believe, in Colombia. Hopefully, that comes to a good conclusion all around. Do you know what I mean? West Ham want Locatelli, Sancho and Maguire in January. Locatelli 35 mil, Sancho loan, and they're trying to do a deal with Man U regarding the £11 million. Fuck off. Bros, wait there a second. Regarding the £30 million transfer fee for Harry Maguire. Newcastle are going to try and get Calvin Phillips on loan from Man City. Godjo, wait 1 second, I'm coming out. Mike Ashley wants to buy Reading. We know this is the guy that did Newcastle United. Amadou Onana, the Everton midfielder, has also been linked with Newcastle. And you know what? Because my phone's bugging out, people, I'm going to get out of it because it's getting quite boring. Let me deal with this one phone call first. I've still got a couple of people to see. Shouts out to you, Heather, Phil, Lee Akers, all the real ones on the stream. Peace out. God bless. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday. So nothing live going on. I don't think there's a few games, but nothing that I'll be covering. So I'll be back tomorrow. As always, 10 p.m. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing. If we is new, keep it the best in it. Keep it white. Keep it Danny ACTV. Peace out, people.